Holy crap, guys. Tonight's season finale, The Walking Dead season 6 finale, was insane. Like, I was so scared. Like,
That's not happening
you
to
know,
you.
gosh,
I'm not gonna
all
let
the
it.
whistling and the drumming throughout the whole episode had me on the edge of my seat. I was sweating. I was scared. My toes were curling. Like, I didn't know what to think. Oh, man. Okay, so in just a bit, I'm gonna let you know who I think gets it to the head, and it's a male character.
Two ready.
So,
In case of
gosh,
further
oh
problem,
man.
is assigned,
Okay,
evacuation and distraction.
so what I did was,
Rendezvous
as I was
discussed.
watching the show, I wrote a few notes just to kind of give me something to talk about, because I'm the type of person that it goes everywhere. Everything I'm saying is all over the place, so forgive me, but let's do this. So, like I said, the whistling, the drums throughout the whole episode really creeped me out. It scared me. I was worried. I didn't know what was going on. Ah, gosh. All right. So of course the Enid has to have her last, scene with her boyfriend. Well, they're not exclusive or anything, with Carl. And Carl uses one of the titles of the previous episode of season 6, JSS. Carl says to Enid, if I don't make it, just survive somehow. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Want to make today your last
Um
day on Earth?
I don't really care about their relationship, so whatever. Now, let's talk about Father Gabriel. Since when did he become like a soldier? I mean, he was answering Rick like a real soldier. It kind of redeemed him for me, but at the same time, I still don't trust him. Um, okay, so Rick is something else. He throughout half of this episode, he's talking this big game, like he's done it before. He's kicked so much ass that like he's not afraid of anyone. So all of his one liners, and we have a deal for them, talking about the saviors and stuff like that, was really really crazy and cool. But wait till we get towards the end. Carol is trying to escape her past or her future, I don't know. And of course, I knew she got stabbed during her first altercation with the Saviors. Morgan goes to try and rescue her. She is found. He helps her, but then she escapes again, and then she ends up basically getting ambushed or attacked by one of the saviors that was after her. I mean, that savior shot. It was kind of weird. I want to know whether the savior was scared or sad, or kind of understood where Carol was coming from about wanting to just die. But he didn't quite end her life fast enough, because guess what? Morgan came along and started shooting at him. So he's dead. Rick, oh yeah, yeah. And during the RV stuff, Rick says a few things like he says the liner "last day on Earth." He also says "let's clear this." So all those callbacks to the previous episode titles. Carl Carl kind of has this one thing where Carl tries to make the shots like, "Oh, let's do it," or something like that, which that didn't fall through. Um, I guess Papa Rick had to teach him a few things. Um, okay, so the first time they were ambushed in the forest or whatever, during the RV, it was kind of a shocker that they were being shot at by machine guns and none of the characters got hit whatsoever. An axe got hit out of Rick's hand. I thought that was unbelievable, but whatever, okay. So no matter where the group goes, they're all cornered by the saviors, which is kind of scary. That's the time when I started feeling fear for the group. Um, Going back to the Morgan thing, I knew the whole time that he always spoke about not killing anyone, not killing anyone. I knew that he was going to make a 160, not a 360, but 180, and end up shooting to save someone he loves. So I knew that was going to happen. I just thought like, oh, okay, that's cool. Since I kind of had the idea, I wasn't as shocked by it as other people probably are. Um, so there's this scene where these knights in sporting gear, armor, comes to Morgan and Carol's aide, and I thought that was pretty cool. Although very straight from the comics, which is awesome. I just have a question. Will these knights help Morgan and Carol save Rick and the group? That's a good question. Obviously, I think so, but at the same time, maybe a trade or a bargain or a barter or bargain. I don't know. But that's yet to be determined because this episode ended in a cliffhanger. um, so I wrote down Eugene's rust bucket speech. I had no clue what he was talking about, a rust bucket, this and that, but it made me sad. I really felt bad for him. No, I didn't feel bad for him. I felt proud of him, but at the same time I knew that he was going to get himself into some deep, deep crap. I knew it. Ah, gosh, where do I begin with Eugene? I want him to survive, but chances are I have two predictions for his fate. So as Rick, the group are carrying a really, really sick Maggie, because here's the thing. Initially, the group wanted to bring Maggie to the hilltop, or I forgot what it's called. It's escaping my mind. But my thing is, why didn't they just go and set off and get the doctor and brought the doctor to them? Unless they have equipment that they need. I don't know. I just felt like it was easier to bring the doctor to Maggie. In Alexandria is kind of has really, really weak defenses, so I'm thinking maybe Gabriel might actually be a warrior after all. That's yet to be determined. Maybe on next season. Yeah. So Rick and the group, including nearly dead Maggie, I guess that's an exaggeration, they end up being trapped and taken to Negan's compound, or like their little it's not a fortress, it's not a compound, it's a little thingy majiggy, and they're pretty much trapped there. They're forced to kneel. Oh man, the fear in Rick's eyes and face. When we first started off, he was so strong and he had one-liners that can but this time, wow, I was so scared. I felt like I was there with them, kneeling down, waiting for what's next to come. So Negan finally shows up. Jeffrey Dean Morgan nailed it. No pun intended. In fact, like obviously it's a baseball bat with barbed wire on it, so really there is no pun to that, but still it's sharp. Nailed it. Okay, so I thought that was pretty freaky. I'm just scared of Negan. Negan made me piss in my pants, like he said, and not cool also. And quite honestly, the only thing I hated the most was they didn't end up showing us who got killed. They didn't show us. I knew they were gonna do that, but here's the thing. Here's my prediction. I think the eeny meeny miny mo part freaked me out. But I knew a male was gonna get hit. I knew it. Okay, so I think Negan ends up beating Abraham in the head. I think so, because he makes a comment like, this guy's really tough or something like that. So I believe that that's how it goes down. I'm really, really afraid for the group. I'm really afraid what's next, but we know, who knows, maybe in next season Negan's gonna kill another two. We don't know what's going on. I mean, Daryl's almost dead. Gosh, I have a feeling it's Abraham because of Negan's comment, and because because he wasn't saying much, whoever's getting bashed in the head. So I'm really freaked out. Anyways, what do you guys think? Who do you guys think it is? It's either Negan, Daryl, or Glenn. I doubt it's gonna be Glenn. It has to be, because Glenn is a yeller. So maybe Glenn gets beaten for sure, and excuse me, and he'll be screaming, bloody murder. So I think it's either Abraham, Eugene, or Daryl. That's my thing. What do you guys think? Comments below. Thanks for listening. See you guys next season 7 of The Walking Dead. It's been renewed. Bye.
Taking it like a train.